Hello, my boss slave mates. It is me, your favorite boutique consultant, Ikaneisha, and I am back with another video. As promised from my last video, if you did watch it, today we are going to be talking about something that I couldn't even really put it in a title because I don't really know how to describe it. But we're going to talk about things that to me will determine if your boutique will last. So it's things that you as an online boutique owner should know about a boutique to make sure that it lasts. That's the only way I can really describe it. We're going to basically be talking about things as usual that I don't think or have seen other YouTubers or boutique consultants or other people really talk about. So let's just go ahead and get started. So the first thing that I think will determine if a boutique or online boutique rather will last is if you know about boutiques. And boutiques are curated and branded. What do I mean by that? I mean that boutique wise, you are going to a boutique to get merchandise that you can't find anywhere else, or something that's very unique, which is curated. It is curated for that particular boutique. And you also go to particular boutiques that are branded with their items, such as, you could go to Chanel, Balenciaga, whatever. They're all branded. So that's a boutique. Now, when you have a boutique and you are curating a boutique, that is the main reason why I tell people not to buy vendor lists. Because if you are buying a vendor list, tons of people are buying those vendor lists, and your boutique is not really going to be as curated because you have all of these people who are buying the same vendor list, and you all are buying the same items most likely, and most likely using the same pictures because you aren't using your own models. Your boutique is not really curated. It's not really branded because you're all using the same exact things. So in order for you to be a boutique and a boutique that will last, you need to know who your customer is. You need to know what your customer likes. You need to know how to market to them. So that way you will know what merchandise to curate and how to brand your boutique. So number one, boutiques are curated and they are branded. That is why you should not be buying vendor lists or trying to figure out what other boutiques that you're seeing on Instagram where they are getting their merchandise from. You need to be your own boutique, because if not, you're just being a Walmart or a copycat, and no one really wants to buy from someone who's a copycat. You know what I'm saying? Okay, next. Boutiques have a unique experience. So this is more so for brick and mortars, but also for online boutiques as well. If you are an online boutique, the experience that your customers should be having should be around customer service. It should be around clear communication. It can be around your shipping. If you are that type of person who wants to include handwritten notes or flyers or whatever else. I do colored poly mailers. I used to do business cards and flyers inside of my poly mailers, but now I don't, because once you... Sorry, you all. If you all see something on the side, that's my daughter. Or if you hear anything, that's my daughter. Anyway, I stopped doing that because once you start doing that and you start picking up in business and traffic, you're going to have to keep up with that. And if you are a one-person show like I am, it's hard for me to keep up with that, along with the fact that I do other things. You all know I am a social media manager. I have the YouTube, I have my boutique, and now I also have a membership club, which is Patreon. So it's hard for me to keep up with all of that stuff and then have to do handwritten notes and things of that nature. So, sorry you all, I'm getting Instagram messages from someone on YouTube. Okay, so yeah, so experience can be any of those things, but the main thing that when it comes to an online boutique with their experience that your customers get, it should always be about the customer service, especially if something is going on that your customer needs to know. And that is one thing that my customers have told me that they appreciate about my boutique, is that whenever something is happening, if I know a package is going to be late, or if I know my pre-orders are not coming in at the time they were going to come in, anything that's going on, I always communicate. So communication, just like in a relationship, is key with running an online boutique, because they cannot see you in person. They're not going to be visiting a store or building. So you have to make sure that you are clear and transparent in your communication, as well as in the experience that you give them overall. So we just talked about the boutique curated, branded experience. Next, you need to realize that with an online boutique, or any boutique in general, with the experience and all of that, that cheap doesn't always equal better. And I'm going to tie that into two different things. One, do not think that everyone's going to flock to you because you have cheap prices. Sometimes cheap prices, like I've said before, can deter customers because they're thinking that your quality is bad, or they're thinking that, hey, she must be desperate. Why are they selling this at this price? And this boutique over here is selling this for $50 and she's selling it for $20. They're not really thinking that, oh, this is going to be great. No, they want to know why. They want to know why you're pricing it that low. So do not think that discounting your items is going to always be the answer. That's not going to always be the answer. And then to tie into that, with saying cheap isn't always better, think about that in terms of wholesalers. Just because you see someone who has this dress wholesale at $17, and this person has, this wholesaler has this same dress wholesaled at like maybe $20, it doesn't necessarily mean that that wholesaler at $17 is going to be better than the one at $20, because they could be a knockoff. You have to do your research, check the reviews, figure out a way to speak to the owner, all that sort of stuff, or see their items in person. Because once again, cheap does not always equal better. So always keep that in mind when it comes to buying, as well as when it comes to pricing your items, because people don't always flock just to cheap. You have to think about the experience and your branding and your curation. So last, overall, when you do all of that together, you should be building value. Boutiques are valuable. They show their value, because a person who sees the value in a business or a brand, they are not going to be deterred from high prices. I have customers that have bought things from me that I was surprised they bought, and I had priced things higher than most people because of how I have branded my boutique, how my experience is, how my curation is, everything as a whole. I know the value in me, what I bring, my items, my boutique, all of that. I know my worth. So therefore I charge my worth, and customers will buy because they know my worth, because I have shown them my value. So that is what I mean. So your boutique should be curated, branded, it should have a valuable experience, and you already know how to price your items, because you know that cheap does not always equal better. So those are the things that I think that boutique owners need to know in order to make sure that their boutique will last. And keep those things in mind if you are in your pre-launch stages and you're trying to start, grow, and put everything together for your boutique. In the next video, we are going to be talking about a particular wholesaler. I'm not going to say who they are until the next video, but they are very popular. I know a lot of boutiques, well, African-American owned boutiques, who use this wholesaler, and I am going to talk about why I never use them and why I will never use them. It's not going to be a bashing video. It's just an opinion of why I don't think people should be using them, or if they do, I'm going to tell you what you should do to stand out from all of these other boutiques who are using this same one vendor. I can tell you on hand at least 7 people I know that are using the same vendor. So that is what we're going to talk about next video. So be sure to like this video, make sure you subscribe to my channel, hit that notification bell so you will know when that video comes up. And I also want to thank you all because I have hit 300 subscribers. My last video, I was just thanking y'all because I hit 250 and now I'm at 311 right now, I think. So I want to thank you all. And I also want to thank you all who have reached out to me on Instagram and sent me very loving messages, thank you messages, ones that are congratulating me on my baby, all of that. I really appreciate you all watching, you all being, oh my God, sorry, you all supporting me and everything else. And do not forget to click the link in the description box to join my Patreon. I give out free advice. Well, as little as $1 you can join, and you, oh my God, why am I getting so many messages on Instagram? vendor list, guides, master classes, all of that stuff. And the master class for this month that I will be holding at the end of this month will be all about what I have learned from watching Lily's closet grow. So make sure, if you want to see that, you need to be a gold member or higher in order to see that particular masterclass at the end of February. All right, you guys, so I'm ending this video here. Make sure you all tune in for the next video all around one particular wholesaler. See you guys next time.